Hi, today I'm here with the members from the city of Bloomkey to ask them some questions about the recent controversies. So first up, what are some ordinances that you guys passed that caused the controversies?
Well, the main ordinance that we passed was the legalization of prostitution. That backfired pretty hard on us. Um, Actually, how much was that lawsuit for?
$76,000.
76,000 Boise State dollars.
And so, why exactly were these controversies or these ordinances a problem?
Well, the county that was suing us said that we gave their county STDs, and also said that we stole money. Right?
Yeah.
So do you think these lawsuits were they were backed up by actual reasons, or these were jokes?
I feel as though it was a joke. There was no documentation to prove that our city did any of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So why do you think the other county thought there was STD spreading?
I think they were just wanting money. And even though 78,000 is pretty unreasonable, would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you go ahead and define the parameters of the ordinance for us and let us know like what it was about for those who are uninformed?
Okay, so basically, Bloomkey, we allowed prostitution, and we made sure that you had to be over 18 and you were tested for HIV once monthly. Correct?
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
So were you looking for some economic benefits out of this, or what were you looking to get out of this ordinance?
Would you want to answer this one?
Sure. Yeah, we were looking for some economic benefits and benefits and revenue throughout the city, and maybe lowering some crime rate because we had some.
Ours was at like 12.
And but it turns out that nobody actually even used the prostitution, and so they had no reason to sue us, and that's pretty much why we won.
Yeah.
So were there any significant economic benefits out of the legalization of prostitution?
No, absolutely none.
We made $0.
Do you believe that both of the lawsuits were fair and just?
No. I think it was an unreasonable amount of money. The Supreme Court definitely served justice that day.
Yeah.
Jumping back to a past question, so how did you guys think you guys were going to make economic revenue out of the legalization of prostitution?
To be honest, we were just going to tax the hell out of it.
What's the next question? What happened due to this conflict? So what happened due to the conflict? What consequences were there out of this conflict?
Well, really, we chose not to countersue personally because we had already spent so much time that we figured any more time would just be hurting us dealing with this whole thing. And so I'm a district attorney, and we really just defended our city, and then we were done with it.
Okay, so you said that you were going to tax prostitution. Can you go ahead and elaborate on what you were talking about when you said that?
Yeah. Well, if someone was to purchase services from one of our fine young ladies, they would be charged. The woman would give us 10% of whatever money she made, 10 to 35%.
And real quick, I don't think we ever talked about which ordinance this was. Can you remind the people what ordinance it was?
Ordinance 69.
So you said you're going to get 10% from the fine young ladies. So how do you know that you guys are getting 10% from them?
Well, they would have to come to us and with their paychecks, and we would take our 10% from that. But since we didn't really make any money from it, we can't really explain that to you.
Yeah, it was never really an issue.
Yeah.
So basically, there was no reason to pass this bill since it was never actually enacted. is what you're saying. It was kind of a lame duck bill.
You're absolutely correct.
Okay.
So, what are your guys' future plans? How do you plan on moving forward?
We're definitely keeping our women off the streets. We're building schools and libraries and accomplishing real city tasks.
I agree.
So, have you made any changes to the ordinances since the lawsuit happened?
We repealed it the day after.
Okay. When exactly did you repeal it? Did you repeal it before or after the lawsuit?
Actually, we repealed it before the lawsuit, so that helped us out a lot in court.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so the question was asked, how do you plan to move forward? You kind of said keep your women off the streets and that kind of thing. What do you plan to pass to make up for, you said earlier you thought you could make up, or you were trying to revenue with prostitution. How do you believe, or what do you believe can replace that aspect and give you more revenue now?
Well, we're building libraries and schools, and I think we were trying to get a casino, but really just trying to find jobs anywhere we can throughout the city that will help our women stay clean.
Okay, these lawsuits were just on your city, correct? Okay, so did this affect the morale of your city, the work ethic of the people of your city, or how did it kind of affect your city as a whole?
Well, initially we were kind of like, why would you sue us for that? But after we won the case, I think it's safe to say everybody got pretty hyped, and it made us work even harder to make our city better.
Okay. So you brought up casinos, and you also were talking about crime rates. How do you feel that this casino would affect your crime rate?
I honestly think it could go either way. It really just depends on how our city approaches it. You know, if we approach it in a good way and think of the casino as a good time, just to increase revenue and to, you know, just have fun, then it could definitely help. But, you know, if we approach it in the wrong way, where, you know, we steal the money, we don't pay the taxes from it,
The mafia.
yeah, just it could go either way though.
Okay. So do you have any plans in order to approach it in the right way, or are you just going to hope that everything works out for the best?
Well, it's a pretty fresh idea, so we're getting there. There's not really much we can talk about because it was just introduced this morning. So
Okay, so if it's a pretty fresh idea in you guys' minds, do you guys have a backup plan if this doesn't happen to work too, or what are your plans for that?
we bought a zoo.
You bought a zoo. Okay. Well, I guess elaborate on that a little bit for us.
Well, our city was really needing something to do for the youth of our city, keep them off the streets as well. So we purchased a zoo, packed it with lions, tigers, and bears,
Oh my.
and all kinds of different animals, exotic animals, and a unicorn.
And a unicorn. Can you explain how you went about acquiring said unicorn?
No.
Okay, thank you. So is there any other things you guys are taking, or any other steps you guys are taking to improve the city of Bloomkey just in general?
No.
So you're not you're not doing anything at all to improve your city?
I'm sure we are. I'm just not aware of specifically what those are right now.
Okay,
Okay. Is there anyone in your county you believe who, not maybe specifically, but a department or somebody who's working really hard to kind of come back from this prostitution scandal, I guess you could call it?
Yeah, our city council, is that what you'd call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our city council, and actually specifically Kevin Rose, is working very hard to come back from this and just help better our city and better our county.
Okay, and how is this? How is the city council? And I believe you said his name was
Kevin.
Kevin. How is Kevin or the city council? What plans are they putting forward to try to better the city from this?
He is he's working really hard to get us a lot of grants for education, and he's also helping get Cush Castles involved in our counties to help some revenue. And he's an idea wizard. He definitely has a lot of ideas to help out
Because
this
of
county.
the events that have been going on, do you think Bradley County and your city are behind other counties and cities, or do you feel like you guys can come back from this?
No, we're still pretty dope.
Can you elaborate on why your county and city is still, quote, dope?
We have a unicorn in our zoo, and it's the place to be. It's up and coming.
Yeah.
So do you guys have any plans to get any more mythological creatures in your zoo and, make an exhibit out of it, possibly increasing revenue?
Yes,
Which ones?
I'd tell you, but I have to kill you.
Can you like pause?
All right, so final question, if both of you could address this, that'd be great. So from the beginning, do you guys have any regrets? Anything you do differently to change what you did? Kind of move forward in a different way? How do you guys think you would have handled it differently now, looking back?
Honestly, I wouldn't have changed anything. It's been a fun ride for me. It definitely let me do my job. It gave me some good memories and some good laughs.
Yeah, I agree. I actually wouldn't have changed anything because I think I would have learned more from the experience that I had with this whole deal than if we changed something from the beginning. So.
Can you guys give us some background information on what just happened? The treasurer of the Coalition of Cities and Counties has just stolen some money. We're not quite sure. I think it was around $9,000, and we're looking for him so we can prosecute him. When did this happen? We just found out about it. We tried to make a transaction, and we had no money in our account, so we're trying to figure out what's wrong. So what actions are you guys going to take? We can't currently find the highway patrolman, so we might be trying to sue them. We don't know yet. Does he have any reason for taking the money? I think he wanted to go to jail. I'm not sure. Thank you.